Hey, my name's Noah. So this is what happened. I have the Nexus 7, right? The original one. And I went into the store and I was like, I'm going to get the new Nexus 7 because it's got an HD screen. It's like a Retina screen and it's still cheap and it's faster and terrific and everything. And so I went to the store and I saw the new Nexus 7 and they made the side bezels shorter and that makes the top bezels look longer. And I was like, this thing looks weird. I don't know. And also, Android 4.3, I put on this, and it runs great. And I don't know, my battery, some people complain about their battery. You know, blah, 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 right? And so then, I saw something else at the store. And see, I'm shooting this with my cell phone camera, because my real video camera, I don't even know where the charger is, and the battery's depleted, because it's been so long since I did a video. But I got something at the store. It's not a Nexus 7, it's something else. Video is going to be so... Oh, sorry, I'm messing up. This video is going to be so shaky because I'm holding it. I'm holding the camera with my hand. It's going to be just... You're not going to want to watch this video. I'm warning you. I got a Galaxy Note 8. And, see, it's really from the store. And I bought it. Let me make sure there's no sensitive information here on this thing. I don't want you to steal my Staples reward number. I paid, 400... Focus! $436 for it. Which means there's a decent chance I'm going to return it to the store because I have like a 14-day period to try it out. Because, I don't know, man, $436 for a tablet when obviously I have another tablet already. That's a lot of money. But I could, if I really fall in love with it, I could sell this one and then... Actually, I can't sell. That's a review unit, I think. I don't know. It's hard to keep track. Anyway, point being, I bought this because I'm fascinated by the stylus. I don't care what, the late Steve Jobs said about if you have to use a stylus, you're doing it wrong. I think there's a lot of potential now that I'm still really good at unboxing stuff, kids. I think now that the technology of the displays and the tablet software and everything has matured so much, I think there's a lot of potential with the tablet for certain applications. And when I had a Galaxy Note, like the original one, or maybe whenever it was when I was still a professional reviewer of such things, I really thought it was cool. But I was like, I'm not going to carry a phone around that's that big. But with a tablet, I think I could see using this in a professional context to take notes, which, for me means like sitting around drawing pictures of myself. But I could really see the potential here. So I picked one up. It's the Galaxy Note 8.0. It's the 16 gig version. Like I said, it's $399 plus tax. So in California, that comes out to about $1 million. There are some specs. I'll find the specs and I'll put them up online for you. But look, here's all the specs you need. Now, it does not have the Super HD retinified display. It's 1280 by 800 8-inch. So, you can do 720p video, but you can't do the full 1080. It's got the 5.5mm S Pen, shaky, rah! It's got 2 cameras, which who cares, except for those, self-portraits. The smart remote, the IR blaster, which I never use on my HTC ones, who cares. Quad-core processor, 2 gigs of RAM. It can do full 1080p HD playback, which is great because the screen doesn't support 1080p. 4600 milliamp battery. Android, which I'm now a huge Android fan. Any of you who have been fortunate enough to follow me throughout my career of making videos about gadgets know that I used to hate Android, and now I use Android. I still use a Mac, and I have an iPad that I still use for stuff, but I'm just using Android all the time now. That'll probably change again. And then look, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, DLNA, DivX, safe, Android, yeah, whatever, who cares. So the tablet itself, on the front, hey look, there's me. On the front, there's your screen, the 8-inch screen, 1280 by 800. You've got, I don't know, these 2 weird sensor cutout things that look terrible, but one of them I assume is a light sensor and the other one's a camera. And, I mean, that's just, come on, like center that stuff or something. That looks awful. On the bottom, you got a hard button for the home key. Your menu button and your back button are soft capacitive jobbers. On the side here, is that the HR thing? It's on the side. So if I want to use this as a remote, I hold it this way. Interesting. You've got your power switch, your rocker switch, your IR blaster, I guess. There's your stylus. Stereo speakers on the bottom and a little micro USB. On the back, 16 gigs of internal storage, micro SD slot as well. And there's the stylus. And your back camera, which terrific. Take photos with a tablet. I won't make fun of you, but somebody else probably will. So, turn it over. Thanks. Right. Welcome. Next. Do it. Wi-Fi. No, I don't want Wi-Fi. I just want to go home. I don't care about any of this stuff. I want to play with the pen. Skip. No. No. Sure, whatever. It belongs to me. Now I'm going to have to go back and change all that stuff. But that's fine. I don't care. I just want to play with the pen. Okay. So, I want to discover my inner creativity. Now, I've heard from people that S-Note, is fine, but really, if you really want to rock this thing, there are other apps to use. I would imagine Evernote, who knows what else. But you got the hover mode, and then I can make a note like, I am so productive. Now, if I try to do that on this Nexus 7, let's see what happens. I'm reading Cory Doctorow's Homeland. Good book. Are there even any note-taking apps in here? I don't know. What do I use this thing for? It's funny that I have Chromecast installed, but I don't actually have a Chromecast because I think it's kind of... I think it could turn into something really cool, but right now, I'm not going to spend $35 on that. I have 18,000 ways to watch Netflix already. But if you don't, for $35, it's pretty cheap. Isn't SyncSpace some kind of note-taking thing? Yeah. So what happens if I use the tablet, the pen on here? Does it work? No? No, but I can use my finger. So let's erase this. I don't know how to erase. That's fine. Whatever. New note? Sure. And we'll write, I am so productive. So clearly the stylus, right, is better. That actually sort of looks like I am so productive. And that looks like I am S6 product. Or product. You mean product, Noah? Yeah, that one. But there's a lot of stuff you can do in here besides change the pen color. You've got these different modes. You can enable, handwriting to text mode. And so it will, let's make a new note. Yeah, okay, great, thanks. New note. And we'll go handwriting to text. And we'll go, I am so productive. I am so productive. And I assume that there's a way somehow to make that thing spread out. Text box mode? I don't know. I have to read the directions. And then can I translate it? That'd be cool if I could translate. My whole thing with this is that I think there's a lot that you could potentially do here. Like, for instance, when I'm doing lots of writing stuff, I don't want to sign into Chrome at all. No thanks. No-ni. What I do want to do is... No thanks. Let's go back. How do you do this? I forgot. Let's get S Pen. And you see, I can move between finger and pen and whatever. But so I'm in here, and I want to go to whatever. I want to go to espn.com. Go. Oh, I'm not connected to the internet. Right. Well, okay, fine. So I will. Can I highlight this text? Yes. And then I could copy it, and then I could go into here. And if I go into text mode, I can... Somewhere in here, I bet I can paste it. People who own this tablet and are looking at, me struggling through this are like, dude, you just do blah, blah, blah. See, look, there it is. Save. Can I drag that out there? I don't know what I'm doing. It's fine. I can see a lot of potential for using this device and going in the dual screen mode, because it has this multi-view thing that's found on the Galaxy S4 and some of the other Samsung devices. And, being able in a meeting, or if I'm researching, or, if I was an architect, let's say, which I'm not, which is probably why I will take the device back, even though I think it's really cool, be like, oh, so I think here's the elevation sketch, and it'll be a split level modern. I don't know why I'm doing this weird voice, because I think architects are awesome. And right there, and then, oh, we need to have a door, and the door should have steps. And whoopsie poopsie, here's some grass. And then, how much does grass cost? Let's look up the price of grass on the internet. And you get the idea. You can do that kind of stuff in multi-view, which I think is really cool. So I'm going to play around with this for a while and see how I like it. I have 14 days to try it out. It's the Samsung Galaxy Note 8. It's running Android with a lot of customization. Right here, this is your proof positive that stock Android is not necessarily better. Enough said. And also, I decided to get it instead of the Galaxy X7. This is how it looks from the side. I know the new Nexus, instead of the Nexus 7, I know the new Nexus 7 is a little bit thinner, but I think the Galaxy Note might be a little bit thinner than the old Nexus. And yeah, it feels plasticky like Samsung stuff does. But who else has a device with a pen? HTC Flyer? I don't think so. My name's Noah. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.